This is the Paradigm Shift. I'm Dwayne Lester. Since Missouri's Amendment 5 was just a bill, opponents have been warning anyone within earshot that it would let felons have guns. I have it on good authority that anti-gun zealot Representative Stacey Newman is still involuntarily clutching her pearls in shock that voters would pass such a pro-firearm amendment. But now a convicted drug felon in Missouri has a case before the Missouri Supreme Court because he believes the new amendment means that as a nonviolent felon, the state government can't stop him from owning a gun. The question I want you to think about is, should laws exist that prohibit any felon, even violent felons, from exercising their Second Amendment rights? Now, the common logic is violent felons shouldn't be allowed to own guns. And many say even nonviolent felons should face restrictions. But let's think about that a little more deeply. We've established that there are nonviolent felons and that there are violent felons. But we can further say there are felons who are going to reoffend and those who aren't. So by enforcing a law that says felons can't have guns, what are we really doing? We're advocating gun control, which we know doesn't work. But don't take my word for it. Dan Knight is the Boone County prosecutor. He was one of the voices out there saying felons were going to be free to have guns again if Amendment 5 passed. But in the same anti-Amendment 5 op-ed he wrote for the Missourian, he wrote that his office is prosecuting many felon in possession cases. At the same time he's warning that felons are going to get guns, he's admitting they already have guns. So while the intent of the law might be to disarm dangerous felons, what is the actual result? The only thing this is really accomplishing is disarming a group of people who pose no danger to anyone, felons who will not reoffend. Furthermore, you've disarmed their spouses, leaving their families and their homes completely unprotected. And meanwhile, as Dan Knight's comment proves, felons who do pose a threat are simply ignoring the law because that's what criminals do. Here's the paradigm shift. Laws that prohibit felons from bearing arms actually puts more people in danger because it renders law-abiding citizens and their families defenseless while doing nothing to stop criminals from getting and using a gun to commit more crimes. As with so many things the government does, we need to focus on the results, not the good intentions. The intent of prohibiting felons from bearing arms is to make people safer. It doesn't do that. It actually does the opposite. Now, if that's not enough to convince you this is wrong, and you still feel felons should have their Second Amendment rights violated for life, consider this. According to Boston-based civil liberties advocate Harvey Silvergate, because the federal criminal code is so immense and open to interpretation, Americans commit about 3 felonies a day. And John Baker, a retired Louisiana State University law professor, said, "There is no one in the United States over the age of 18 who cannot be indicted for some federal crime." If you still think felons should be disarmed, there's nothing stopping you from turning yourself in. Just make sure you bring your guns with you. This has been the Paradigm Shift. I'm Dwayne Lester. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more of them in the future, please consider making a donation to the Missouri Torch here. And please subscribe to our new YouTube channel and visit us at themissouritorch.com.